Cheryl.
Testing, testing. If we can have everyone take a seat, we'll go ahead and get started. We have everyone take a seat so we can go ahead and get started. One of the things that it means the most to anyone, something that you can't give away, something that stays with you for all of your life, is your name. So we're going to take this opportunity to listen to Ronald's poem in reference to that. And we're going to start talking about the history and the history of our names that we're celebrating here today. So without further ado, here's Ronald. This is Ronald Hamrick.
Hello everyone. I hope you enjoyed yourself here at this family reunion. I'm having a good time. The belly's full. And I'm going to try to read this poem to everyone. I hope you don't fall asleep on it. The title is Your Name, written by Edgar Albert Guest. You got it from your father. It was all he had to give. So it's yours to use and cherish for as long as ye shall live. If you lose the watch he gave you, it can always be replaced. But a black mark on your name, son, can never be erased. It was clean the day you took it, and a worthy name to bear. When he got it from his father, there was no dishonor there. So make sure you guard it wisely after all is said and done. You'll be glad the name is father's when you give it to your son. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. That was great. And I wanted to take this time too to say that I'm sorry I didn't know about the road construction and the road locking and all that stuff. I had no idea that they were going to do that until they sent out their little thing this morning. They didn't tell us what the extent was going to be, how it was going to inconvenience. So I do apologize to those that had to go through that issue. And if going out, you need some assistance, stop by the front desk, because I still don't know what roads are blocked off because I didn't go out. So again, I apologize for that. I was just saying that if going out, any of you need someone to help drive you to your car, or help, if you've got a packed car a long ways, let us know. We'll try to facilitate getting that done so that you don't have to go through all of the ruckus that's out there right now. We'll try to facilitate that. Okay, now what Cheryl's going to do is she's going to come up, and one of the things we wanted to do is connect across the generations. Within each one of the breakdowns, we know each other. We know who we grew up with. We know who, I grew up with Travis right next door and the Hamrick. But across the various families, we need to connect the generations. I need to know who that is on the Woods branch that's in my generation. So to do that, Sherry's going to come up and go through each generation. And as we hit our generation, we're going to ask you to come up and stand up here. We're going to take a picture of that generation. And that's why I asked for everybody's updated email address when you come in, because I want to convey those pictures. And so that you'll have an opportunity to know who's in your generation. And then at the end, we'll take the final family reunion picture. So without that, I'm Sherry.
Hello. Those of you that really know me, know I'm actually kind of quiet and so I let Adrian and my sister do all of that. I just kind of tag along. Right now, what I'm going to do, we're going to go, we created these leaves, and from the roots, which started was William and Mary. And so my assistants, Chelsea and Alexis, will I'm sorry, Allison. Well, I told you I'm a little nervous. Allison will now pin the lead at the bottom, representing Mary and William McClure. All right. Now, okay. This is a trial run. We wanted to get some kind of visual. I'm a visual person, so I just wanted to have some type of visual. Okay, so William and Mary McClure. Then they had children. Their children were George, Pearl. Now this is the second generation. William and Mary were the first. And they had 6 children, George, Pearl, and Fred. Rosalie, Beatrice, and Frank. George married Ross. Fred married Julia Stowe. Rosalie married License. And Frank married Julia Myers. So now we're at the first and we're at the second generation. Then we had the third generation. I know, we're growing. But you can see how the generation grew. From the date that I received from my Aunt Pearlie, it was 170 years ago that William was born. So, I mean, I look in this room and I mean, it was 170 years that we began.
Amen.
That we know of, because it started before then. So, we have William's grandchildren, which is the third generation, which is Ruby Lee, and Ruby Lee falls under Pearl. Then we had Ardell, Watson, William McClure, Rose Mae Pullman, Julia B. Slappy, George S. McClure, Martha Reed, which was a twin, Paul McClure, which is a twin, Samuel L. McClure, Lillian P. Brown, and James B. McClure. And all of those fall under Fred. Okay, Rosalie, who was married